decided that my office is in need of a very small upgrade. Do you ever have that feeling when you're in your office day in and day out, and yes, it's workable, but when you're filming lots of videos and you have to set up lots of lights all the time, you just want the most simplest and easiest setup, because setting things up and filming is hard enough as it is, and having to consider your lighting and your decor adds that extra set of stress. So I've decided, because I watched this really good video from a YouTuber called Vanessa Lau, who I've been following for years, and she always gives really good, interesting tech stuff. And she has these lights by a company called Govee, which I'm going to show you now. So this is the product. Very, very excited indeed. So I've got some computer ones. I've got a standing lamp, which I've already set up behind me here. And I've got the strips that are going to go behind my desk. And yeah, it's just so that when I'm filming, I don't have to consider setting up all my strip lights, which was these ones at the time, which are brilliant and I love, but I have to constantly reset them because I use them for work. And I wanted something a little bit more softer and a bit more creative. So this is the current setup. So my desk is against that wall and all my kind of like travel stuff is behind me and my books, really lovely. And I'm in quite a small room, so I have to really consider what I'm doing in the room. And I also have like my sofa bed here because we do use this room for guests. We have the built-in wardrobe here, which I can't move because it's static. So I'm going to redesign this room next year and have something a little bit more smooth and chic and finished. But at the moment, the best thing I can do with the time that I've got, because this is my beta design. Oh, I've also got my piano. So there's a lot going on. So at the moment, the best I can do with the beta design is concentrate on the lighting. So this is what it looks like currently, and this is what it looks like now. Stick with me while we set up the lighting and kind of get something a little bit more creative at the desk. I'm going to put some strip lights behind the desk, which are these ones, which are going to go behind the screen. And then like I said, I've got this lamp stood here. Hopefully it just means that when I'm recording my videos, it can be a lot quicker and have a little bit more of an atmospheric look rather than me constantly having to set up new lights behind me. So let's do it, shall we? So here are the Govee products that I've bought. The strip lights, these 2 or 4 should go behind the computer, and the floor light. And this is what I was using. The strip lights here, and there's the floor light there. Now the reason why I bought all these is that you can use all these lights and set them up all by your app on your phone, by the Govee app, which is brilliant. So, and that gives you lots of creativity and opportunity to kind of like illuminate your office, guest room, YouTube studio in any kind of way that you feel suits you and your brand. As you can see with my light behind me, this is the floor lamp, and I can change the colors to reds, oranges, blues, purples. I can have it deeper, brighter. Oh, that goes back to the orange, sorry. But it just makes it so much easier when I'm thinking like, what kind of color scheme do I want? And I can select them using the colorful buttons. I can go to illumination, and it has my own scenes and temperatures, or I can pick a scene and it'll go to like relaxed. I mean, it's just so easy to do. So now that I've got that set up, when I want to do my videos, this just should make me just having kind of creating the vibe I want a lot easier than me spending time trying to figure it out on top of everything else that you've got to do when you're creating these videos. So I'm going to set them all up and show you what they look like as a whole. And also, I mean, cost-wise, it was really good. It was around about £200 for everything that I bought, which I thought was a bargain, and they had so much discount going. At the moment I bought the strip lights, and what I didn't realize was that you have to, when you cut them, you have to basically rewire them. And I bought 5 meters, but if you get the Strip Light Pro, which is what I got, it only comes in 5 meters, and then you can get extenders. So that's a bit of a learning curve, but I'm going to put as much as I want behind the back of my desk. And then when I redo my room next year, hopefully, and have it how I really want to have it, then I'll reuse them and maybe try and reattach some of the strip lights that I cut off. So that is me and my partner deep diving in becoming an electrician. That'll be fun. So yeah, so let me show you what it looks like when it's all lit up. Well, that took a lot longer than expected, but woo, done. So I'm gonna be playing around with my color and what kind of style I want, but this is just so much easier and a lot more considerate and concise than what I had before. So now all I have to do is figure out what works for me and what kind of vibe I want behind me. And I can set it by Govee, and every time I come in to shoot the videos now, I can just press that button and the light will set up. And I can also have light mode, and I can also put it on a timer and switch it off when I leave at the end of the day. But because I'm in here sporadically, I will probably just switch it off myself. But yeah, I think it looks really good. It looks a bit cold at the moment, so I reckon I will warm it up with my, app. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a play. So if I go to my Govee now, we have everything set up, the strip lights. So let's play with the bars, which is behind the TV. So let's change them to something a bit warmer. Oh, as you can see, I'm gonna turn this a bit darker. How cool is this? And then I'm gonna change my lamp at the back as well. I'll make that a bit warmer. Let's have a look what we've got. Right? Isn't that cool? I'm going to go for something kind of pinky, and I'm just going to bring, oh no, that's the power up. That's bringing the power up and down. So we're going to bring it down and we're going to change it to pink. How cool. So I'm going to just, there we go. I'm going to turn this power right down so it's not so bright. And then we're going to go back to the strip lights. I think I quite like the strip lights, that colour. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play with the light bars behind the TV and just kind of make sure that I'm getting the right vibe that I want. I think this is quite nice. Oh my God, that's so much better, isn't it? So yeah, and that's what I'm going to play with. And I'm going to do that for the other lights as well. And there's so much choice. It's great. So now I can just set up for the videos and shoot. I highly recommend them. They're from Govee, and it's just really easy and really simple and just gives you such a nice light. I hope that was fun.